G'day everyone, it's Sharon here. Guys, I've come to share with you the last little mini journal that I made last night. This was, I said in the previous one I had 4. This is the last one. And this one I just gave a bit of an aviation look to it and just, yeah, used the Kathy order enclosure. I learnt this by doing one of her tutorials. Yeah, and I thought it would suit very well. So and that's just pretty much it, the same as the others. It's just inked up, another flight plane thing on the front and inside the back, and just plain papers throughout in this one. I was thinking of putting other little journaling cards in it, but I don't want to because these are masculine, and I don't think, look, I'm not, there's probably men out there that do like the fuss, but there are a lot of men that don't like all that fussy stuff. So this is just basic and plain. All right, so that's that one. And what I'm going to do is just give you a quick tutorial. Marcy, this is pretty much for you, girly, and anyone else that wants to watch. I'm going to try and do remember how I did the ship one that I'd showed earlier. Okay, so so I'm going to do this quick, and I hope I make sense. You get your manila folder. Okay, now if you have a corner punch that matches this, go and measure 6 inches and cut. Okay, if you don't, come in, cut that off, and then do your 6 inches. All right, so you'll end up with something that looks like that. This is just the leftover from the previous one I've cut, and I'm just using this as the example. So imagine this bit isn't here, it's 6 inches across, so that's where your tabs will be. All right, this doesn't matter, okay, but if you're using these, well, we'll just set them up the right way, okay, and we'll just go by this. All right, so you'll open it up with the shorter side to the left, the longer side to the right, okay, butt it in. And what you're going to do is come along at 4 inches, score down, 4 1/4 inch, score down. Okay, your fold should be sitting in at the 9 inch. Okay, then give it a bit of a mark at 12. Okay, this is just to show you where you're going to cut. Okay, because sometimes on my cutter, even though it's a 12-incher, it's a big thing, and I can't make out the 12 inches for the life of me. So I just do a little mark, okay, and that will show. You're going to go and cut that off. All right, round off your corners if you want to, and this is what you should end up with. Okay, there is your 4, 4 1/4, 9, and that's so it will. You're going to go and crease your folds and everything. So that's pretty much what it is. All right, now you'll go and then get yourself, actually Marcy, I think this is your packing paper I've kept, because it's like a big long sheet of it, and you've got like a serrated cut through it, and it all just tears off in these little sections. So I think it was you that gave me this, I'm not quite sure. Okay, so this is what I used. You can use anything you want. This is up to your interpretation. There are 100,000 videos out there that does this. So I'm just showing you what the process that I do, which is probably not much different to anyone else. So I'm going to go, and I'm experimenting today. Usually I use Mod Podge, but this time round I'm using gloss gel. It says collage adhesive, so I'm thinking I'm going to give it a go, because I've never really used this stuff much, so why not, eh? Well, let's see what happens. I don't even know how to do this. I've seen a lot of people use it in mixed media and stuff like that. I probably should use a brush, but hey, who knows? I don't know. I'm just now talking because of the sake of talking so there's no silence. If you want silence, press mute. Alright. I think I got enough on there now. I might just dab that on anyway. I am not putting this gel medium on the top of this. So maybe I should turn this over because so I can see what I'm doing. That's about it. I'll put this away, that in the water. I need a wet one. Just don't want the tacky. Okay. Sorry, I seem like I'm fiddling, but really. Oops. I'll use a paintbrush just to get in there. Oops. Golly, I'm messy. I'm just doing this in a hurry, that's all. Right. That's dry pretty quick. I just don't want to put it on top, and the reason being is because it's tacky. This is a gloss one and it's tacky. I don't like it, but I have found out how to solve that problem with the finished product. Alrighty-o. I've not tried to wrinkle it up too much, but anyway, that's it. Alright, so then, oh blimey, let's do it again on this side. Because Marcy, you were saying, how did it looked like it had oil or something? I think that's where the ink didn't take to, I think I used Mod Podge, and I think, you know when ink doesn't stick, doesn't go on the Mod Podge, and I think that's the effect that happened. I don't even know if this is making a lot of sense, but anyway. Really, I don't even fuss with this as much. It's actually just supposed to pull the corner off a bit, because this you don't see. And I forgot to do my corners. Oh well, doesn't matter. This one's a bit different, eh? Am I in shot? Don't know. Gonna get this over. All these little, this is not to be fussed with. Does that make sense? Like, they're quick, easy, and this is covered anyway, so makes no difference. I might have. There we go. Just take that off a bit. I mean, some of you might be having a heart attack because I'm not that good. Like, I'm not that neat. But this stuff is so thin. It really, okay, now. Right. that's because that bit's done, and all I do with this is I cover it with craft stock paper, like you know, the craft paper. Alright, so I'm going to pause and do that. Okay, now cut your cardstock. If you want to have it come in a little bit, have it come in a little bit, do what you like. Or if you want the whole thing covered, cut it at 6 1/8. Alright, and you'll trim it back. But set that aside for now. We're working on this. This is the main thing that I'm wanting to show, is this bit. And so I have my 2 inks. You can have your favourite colours if you want. Walnut Stain Vintage Photo are what I use. And as I said earlier, the Distress Paint that matches the Walnut Stain and the Vintage Photo. So, what did I do to start off with? I think I did this. So I've just gone, put some blobs down, and then I spray it with water. And I get in there and get dirty. Now I don't remember if I Mod Podged this one on top first and then did this. I cannot remember for the life of me. Okay. Oh shoot, that wasn't good. That's okay, I'll fix it. I'll pause and we'll fix it. Okay, we got that covered. Now, I just poured it all back in the bottle. Not too bad. Look at my hands. Anyway, then we're going to go and add a little bit of this. You don't want to do the same mistake again. This colour, oh, to be honest, I'm not really that keen on. But I just do this. I'm not sure if this was the oil stain you were talking about or what, Mars, but this is pretty much all I do. There we go. I'm just gonna I'll get that with ink later, but that's all it. Right, so I'm gonna dry it. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands and dry it. Okay, well, we got it dried, and that's it. So I'll go and ink it. I'm going to actually dry it a little longer because it's still slightly damp. But yeah, it's really, really grungy and old looking. So I'm going to go to part 2 because this is like 14, nearly 15 minutes. So we'll wait for part 2. All right, delicious. Bye. Okay, part 2. After that big catastrophe with the blob coming off, I just poured it all back in. It was fine. Anyway, so this is what it looks like, all dry, and now I am going to distress ink it with the ink pads. My walnut stain. Oh, actually, I'll start with Vintage Photo. This is boring. This is optional. This is whatever you want to do. It's just to get a little bit more shading in the right places. Just to bring out creases and all that jazz, and the edges a bit more. I'm probably not even in shot. Sam's singing in the background. I did tell him I'm filming. He's bored. It's Saturday here. It's raining and cold. So he's just made a cubby house in the lounge room, and he's furnishing the inside of it now, he said. But anyway, so basically that's it. I'm going to go ahead and I might as well just keep filming. I was going to pause and get this done, but I don't really want to do any more of that colour because there's enough of it. So, sorry guys, I think you can just stick around, hang around, watch all the boring bit. But then again, you can fast forward even. The beauty of YouTube. Okay, now I was gonna say something too, but about I don't know if everyone else is having the same problem, but recently I have had quite a bit of troubles with messages and comments and things, and they weren't coming through, and then they all came through at once, and oh my goodness, catching up was really hard. Okay, so forgive me please if you were waiting for me to comment. Yeah, but I didn't know. You know the little bell at the top? I don't even know if I've mentioned this before. Shh, Sam. It didn't show. You know how your little bell up the top shows you the number of messages or whatever come through? It didn't have it, and it wasn't bringing them through properly, so yeah, don't know. I think that's enough. I think just might bring up a few of the creases here a bit more. I know this is sort of kind of like like it's a bit boring, but this is how you get the look, is the highlighting and bringing the depth and the depth and highlights to everything. It's where you put your colours and your da. Alright, now these little white flecky bits, I don't know if it's going to show up. This is what was happening on the other one too, and I think what happens is the Mod Podge or whatever, little tiny bits of it get here and there, and that's where your ink won't completely cover it like everything else, and it just gives it, I like it, I don't mind that effect, as long as there's not too much of it. And that's why I didn't use that or Mod Podge or whatever else on top of the paper first. Okay, rightio. Now all you do now is, like I said, the craft paper, I'll line that with, I'll try and mark and score where this goes, where the lines go, put it down, trim it, and and then you can go ahead and put your signature in, but I'll come back for part 2 of that one. All right. Sorry, not part 2. What are we? Part 3. Yeah, I'll come back for that one. Bye. Okay, everyone. I'm just going to quickly give you a couple of tips when I do this, because I was finding lining everything up with my eyesight and my glasses, which aren't very good, I was having trouble. So and also to help stop the bubbling effect between this and this, so I get the 1/4 inch gusset part and I line it up, and I put it, I stick that down first, and I like having that little bit of overhang on each end because it really does give you room to move. Okay, so I've put that in, and I lift it up to do it. Oop. And try not to put the rest of it down at the same time. Okay, so sorry, I'm probably out of shot. So that's that bit, and then that bit, and lift up that bit to glue it, okay, because that helps to I can't explain it. It helps to, you know, when you lie everything flat and you glue it down, then you got to lift it up, and it doesn't like it one bit. But if you lift everything up to meet it, it helps to stick, and it helps it to give it that flexibility and not pull against one another, if that makes sense. And just go back over your creases so it sits nicely, and then trim off with your scissors or whatever you prefer. Just trim off your excess cardstock which is just going along. Now don't worry too much about it, because like whether it's exactly perfect, because you just go back along and ink it again. But just, yeah, go ahead and do that. And then all you need to do, depending on how much, I'll show you in the other one, I go and I ink all this up, which is just like basic inking around your grooves, around the edges. Again, vintage photo, walnut stain is what I used. And the signatures, which is just A4 piece of paper. Let me see, I've got one. Tea-dyed papers, and I cut down there, and I folded that in half to get my fold, cut them off, and then folded them in half, so you got 2 extra pages. So and I think in these I put 5 or no 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 signatures through the same holes, and I've only done 1, 2, 3 holes. Yeah, 2 signatures of 10 pages. All right, and they fit through the holes really nicely. I really I didn't mind using the same holes, because I mean it's just one little 1/4 inch gusset, and I thought, you know, it fits nicely in there, nice and snug. So that's it. Put on the closure you prefer. Yeah. Also, I will I'll come back once I've got to another stage. okay, because I'm not quite sure if I need to show you every single thing. I just don't have that time, and my brain's just not right. It's like, dong, had it. So yeah, and then because I need to show you the last and final step, which is the covering, is just yeah, getting that gloss look without the tacky. All right, be back. G'day. Okay, now put your 3 holes into your gusset part of your book cover, and I've done it at 1, 3 and 5, and then I've gotten my papers ready, and I've marked. I just get my paper, one of them, and I just mark with a pencil where the dots need to go, where the holes need to go, and then I put it in the center so that I can see, fold it the way so that you can see the holes, and then I just get the pin, push it through. Okay, and then I'll sew them in, which is just like the figure 8 way of doing things. Alright, so I'm going to sew these in. I've done tutorials on this, I'm not doing another one. So I'll put these in and I'll come back. Hello everyone, I'm back. Now we are up to this bit, the painting of this. I've put, first of all, I've put the picture on the back, which I think my printer's running out of ink somewhere along the line. It turned out quite dark, but I'm hoping with the next layer of stuff it'll actually bring that out a little better. But that's, and I've put the little elastic thing, just putting a hole in there. Couple of, well, I haven't actually, I've put one there, picture there, and I'm going to put one there, but that can be later. I just want to get on with the last part of this, which is this, doing the last coat on here. Alright, I'll just take this out because it's easy enough. Rightio. I'm just going to quickly ink up my cotton. I just find my the images off Pinterest. That'll do. Okay. Now I use this stuff. If you put I watched a video the other day for beginners in was it mixed media or something to that effect, and she said with this not to use it in your art journals, because I'm starting an art journal, and she said don't use this in it because it's tacky, and I had used it on one of these and it is tacky. So on one of the journals, like I said, was tacky, so what I did was I used that straight over the top, and that stopped the tackiness. Okay, so I'm not worrying about that right now, I'm just doing this. Right, if I can get the lid up. Oh, it sticks down all the time. Okay, I try to keep it clean. So, here we go. Okay, and it's very simple. I'm just putting this on and slapping it on all the way around. This stuff, try not to work it in too much. Just give it a light a light coat. You can put Mod Podge or something. I haven't had a great success with Mod Podge. This last batch of Mod Podge I've had hasn't been too bad, but the previous one was very tacky. That brought that picture up really nice now. This stuff goes a long way. I could probably be a little more careful, but I don't think it really matters on this because the colour is dark anyway. So it dries really quick, this stuff too. I have got my heater going. It is freezing. My husband's thinking of lighting the fire again. Rightio, that's it, guys. That is it. And that brought that picture up really, really nice. And I'll probably give that picture another coat. I'm just going to pause, blow dry it a bit. Okay, I've dried it. So what I'm going to do again, I might give it another coat. I don't know if you can go, I haven't really used this a lot. I don't know if you can go back over the top with other inks and things again after this. No idea, maybe someone could tell me. Because like I'm still learning with all this stuff. But they say you use this stuff to go over the top of your paintings and stuff like that. So this is it, guys. This is pretty much it. So if you you don't have to watch anymore if you don't want to. I'm just finishing it off. And that's it. Okay, I'll pause and I'll come back. I'll just give this a bit of a dry. So here we go. It's all done. It's brought that picture up a lot better. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So really, you got to get yourself some of those distressed paints, Marcy. That would be really, really good. Like, that's what gives you your really the old fantastic look. Whoops, wrong way. So I'm going this way. There we go. So there we are. That's it. Pretty simple. Yeah. So leave me a comment if you want to. Subscribe and like and all that jazz if you want to. Yeah. All right. Bless you. Thanks. Bye.